And I was also kind of influenced by a bad grandmother who actually brought up 6 boys and 1 girl on her own because my grandfather passed away quite early on. And had a lot of influence with, just strong female characters. Hi, I'm Limali. I work as a commercialization lead at MAS, and today I'm here to talk about my journey here. I grew up wanting to become a doctor like, majority of the kids at the time because I thought it was amazing to save lives. However, when I was about 11, 12 years old, I flew to the Maldives and I had this opportunity to fly in the cockpit. And that experience was just, to this day, mind-blowing. So eventually I developed this great interest for aircraft. I started, buying books, reading about them. And I developed a massive interest in mathematics also in grade 2. I realized that it came quite naturally to me, and I was also influenced by an amazing teacher who made maths a lot of fun. That combined with my love for aeroplanes, that's how kind of this journey all began. So this is a very important memento in my life. It's a letter that was given to me by Mr. Ray Wijewardene after I met him. But what he told me was being a pilot might have been a very romantic notion at the time. But with time, it becomes monotonous if you really do this as a career. Whereas, in aerospace, you get the opportunity to manufacture aircraft and go into multiple different fields in the space of aerospace. And eventually, combining my love for maths with aerospace, I decided to become an aerospace engineer, and that was a turning point in my life. So these pictures are from my graduation ceremonies. I did my bachelor's in aerospace engineering at Kingston University and my postgraduate in innovation and technology management from the University of Bath. So going into aerospace engineering, I was constantly told that this was a male-dominated field. There's going to be a lot of challenges fitting in. But I think from their end, they felt that a girl in engineering wasn't able to do certain things that a man would be able to do, or their thinking patterns would be different. So there had to be a bit of a change in the views of the guys as well. And I was actually glad I was able to kind of make them realize that there was no difference in how men and women work in that sense. The second half of my career was at Twinery, which is the innovation arm of MAS Holdings. My role at Twinery was essentially moving out of a very traditional engineering role into a role that kind of dealt with a lot of disruptive technologies, but also required me to work on my skills in terms of commercializing these technologies, understanding different types of technologies across the spectrum.
So Limali, looking back at your whole journey, what advice would you give your 16-year-old self?
Buy crypto. If someone tells you about it, just go buy it. Secondly, women in STEM face a lot of inertia. Don't let that deter you. And finally, keep the rebel in you alive. Don't let society conform you. You got this.